What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, we are just days away before Christmas, and here where I live in Bedfordshire and in London, we are under tier 4 restrictions now. So, like all non-essential shops, gyms, hair salons, they're closed. So, we are now almost to the point where the original national lockdown was, but thankfully, like takeaways like my TGF, kebab, KFCs, they're remaining open, which is great. So at least that's still going. So we're not that far from it, but we are very deep. Um, so my thoughts were I was fuming. I was angry. I really was. Um, I didn't really want to talk to anybody, no one, because I was just so angry. Because the selfishness of the public just still not heeding to the advice and the rules. You know, wear the face mask on public transport and in shops. Again, it's so simple. Just listen. You are still causing the problems, right? Because we were supposed to have the restrictions lifted between the 23rd to the 27th, but we are not because of your selfishness. And I saw on the news that people were being interviewed about the tier 4 restrictions, and they just go, well, I'm not going to listen. I'm still going to go to Essex, Scotland, where I live. Where I'm from. I'm going to go there. I don't care. And seeing people who live in tier 4 areas, they're leaving them to go to tier 2 areas so they can go to the pub and get a drink and do shopping. And when they do that and they get caught, they get in a lot of trouble and they get fined. And when they get fined, they moan, they bitch, and they complain. But you have no right to do any of that because you broke the rules. You're not supposed to leave your tier 4 area. You're under quarantine and you're breaking quarantine. So you have no right to complain about getting into trouble. You broke the law, so you suffer the consequences. So now, over the last day or so, it's been rumoured that a lot of supermarkets are preparing themselves for their shelves to be just made bare, like it was during the original lockdown. Now, I work in retail myself, and my store during the original lockdown, it's like for weeks, our shops barely had anything. Barely had anything. You know, we would get deliveries in nigh on every day, and then I'll go in, and then when I go into my shift the very next day, it's like nothing's changed. I can work on a Sunday. We can get 12 cages for our delivery. I can go in first thing Monday morning when we open up, and the shelves are still practically bare, and we had 12 cages of delivery, and that can fill up our shelves, and we have some left over. But no. So now I guess we have to prepare ourselves for that to happen again. But I implore everyone, and I do mean everybody here in the UK, there is no need to do it. There is no need to go to the supermarkets or your convenience stores and strip the shelves bare. There is no need to. Because if you do, you're being extremely selfish, even more selfish than you are being now, for not following these rules. Because if you decide to strip the shelves bare, you are depriving other people, other families of food. If they're running short and they need something, they go into their shops. They won't be able to find anything because you decide to go, you know what? I matter more. I matter more. I know people are really struggling right now, being furloughed, and they're struggling for money. Money is tight, but I matter more. I matter more. So I'm going to take everything. I'm going to strip the shelves, take 2 baskets worth of shopping. Fuck whatever they're feeling. It's all about me. It's time to look out for number 1. Please don't do it. Please don't. it's just come to the point where I just want to beg. I just want to get down on my knees and beg the public just to please follow the rules, okay? I'm sick and tired of having to say this. It's the amount of times I hear people saying, oh, this is a tyrannical government now. This is tyranny. They're trying to keep the people down. But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this. If this is a tyrannical government now, and the COVID is a hoax and is all made up, are you saying that basically that every single country on this planet, that all the prime ministers, presidents, kings, queens, emperors, that they all get on a big conference call and go, yeah, you know what, let's make up a very contagious, deadly virus and let's just keep our people in line so they cannot have any fun anymore. Let's ruin their lives, huh? Yeah? Sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. See ya. That doesn't, that wouldn't make any sense if you think this is all tyrannical. Because small businesses have closed. That people have put their heart, their soul, their blood, sweat, and tears into creating something to make their lives better. I mean, the economy in this country is already down the toilet. It's already in the shitter as it is. And the government decide to say, oh, let's just make this up and have smaller businesses close. That will just make the economy drop even more. So what would they gain? What would they gain if this is meant to be a tyrannical government now? That makes no sense. You're stupid. You're idiots. You're dunce. Now, I hate being in the idea of living in a tier 4 area. I really do. Because again, I haven't been able to see my fiance for months again now. And I've got no idea how long I'll be able to see her again. Now, there's nothing I want more than to go and see her. But I can't. I cannot. Because of your actions. Your actions. Your inability to listen. And now, turns out that even the royal family has broken COVID rules. But will they suffer any repercussions? I think not. But, honestly, I'm not even going to say it again just to follow the rules. I'm not going to say it again because we all know that you just won't. You're just going to continue to do what you want to do. And this thing's just going to get worse. This thing's going to go on, it's going to go on longer. You'll complain and moan and bitch. You just go around in a circle. Only you can stop it. Only you. But will you? Nah. You're out for number 1, aren't you?